Dude, everything I lost was found.
So deep. So meta.
Yeah, Moody Blues just fucking rules. Sorry about the long intro. I mean, I just once I heard the fucking guy kick it on, I was like, I obviously have to turn it back up.
Yeah, dude, now that we have this room set up with these Trevors, like, do you remember I was telling you like a couple months ago I just started listening to music and I was up till like 2 a.m?
Yeah, you got back to tunes?
Yeah, I'm gonna come up here and set up the road because this sounds
It's insane.
This sounds so good.
And you're also listening to the Moody Blues, so those dudes,
I feel you, but I mean,
they go ham on the fucking headphone shit. Same with A Day in the Life and stuff.
that's what I'm saying. I think that the outro song I want to play, I think on the road's gonna be unreal.
Fuck
compared
yeah.
to my boom. I have a Makita boombox.
You
That's
need
my
stereo
that's my
headphones.
life. Like that Makita's. I'm like, oh, things can only sound that good.
It's a different fucking level. I mean, I will say it every time I hit a fucking slammy in the intro. There's nothing better than Coffee kicking in. That song started ripping, and I literally out loud said, "Fuck yeah!" when I was in the fucking trailer.
Yeah.
This fucking rules. This song rules. This whole album rules. That song, the pumped upness just from that song. It was like, okay, now I listen to the whole album. Ride My Seesaw came on after the intro, and the intro is fucking goat.
Yeah, yeah.
It's the whole.
Moody's are great. Yeah.
Yeah, fucking obviously listen to them. Don't be a pussy like Tom. But back to the Bechtels.
Oh, okay. Yeah, hold on.
I gotta add that to the playlist. Fuck.
Yeah, it's a bop, dude. Friends in High Places, the Bechtel story, the most secret corporation and how it engineered the world, a book by Leighton McCartney. It's 1988. This book comes out, right?
Yeah.
They get a whole team, a whole squad of like fucking media and lawyers to shut it down. And they tried to get that dude. They were like, dude, you got so much shit wrong in this book. We want you to take out 100 pages. And he fought it, and he didn't have to take out anything.
Really?
Yeah, it's all just real, yeah.
So they just try to drain them?
They try to at least it'll be on record that they fought it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, do they after
But like they've survived the internet heavily. I went on
it's absolutely insane.
I went on all of the conspiracy subreddits that I fuck with, right?
Yeah.
And I typed in Bechtel. Only most of the posts that there's only a handful, and they're from like 8 years ago.
Wow.
And there's only like I said, there's only a handful.
Especially how everyone jerks off and will say like they like lose their mind over Lockheed Martin, Halliburton, Dick Cheney. It's like Bechtel, bro. The nukes.
Bohemian Grove, the Knights of Malta.
It's a honest to God.
Like the fucking the dude John McCone. I wrote it down. Hold on one sec. John McCone is tied in with the Vatican and the Jesuit order.
That's terrifying.
Yeah, dude. And those guys like to start Bolshevik revolutions and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, where did I write this? Fuck, dude, I fucked up. My bad.
Just a chill vibe, dude. It's Patreon time.
The Grand Cross of the Order of Saint Sylvester.
They created that?
Whatever the fuck that is. He's in the Knights of Malta. They're also at the Bohemian Grove.
Yeah, I mean, if they're teaming up with the Vatican and the Jesuits, like the Jesuits
Must
just
have been
seem
wild for Alex to just barrel in there.
That's insane, dude.
That must have been nuts, dude.
To have the nuts to do
I have a
that?
black and white picture of them burning the owl back in the day.
Really?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I'll try to find it for you.
Yeah, fucking...
I'll do it later. I don't want to get distracted.
Yeah. The Jesuits just seem like terrifying individuals. Like, are they just like Navy SEALs?
What?
Are they just like the Navy SEALs of the Vatican?
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't, we're shifting gears there, but I haven't.
I hear you. They're like very weird to me.
Yeah, they're definitely involved in some shit. There's a thing I watched one time where it was like how they were like big in the Civil War.
What?
They were like pulling strings, puppet master type shit. Yeah, I don't know how true it is. Hey man, just something I watch on YouTube.
Something watching on the internet, dude. If you believe it's true, it's true.
Exactly. Respect my truth.
I mean, I'm gonna get obliterated in the comments for Matt and Shane's when I was like, yeah, dude, that guy touches fentanyl and dies. Like, that's what Billy believes in. Obviously, it's not real. When I saw that, you know what happened? I didn't touch fentanyl. I didn't die. It made me stay away from fentanyl.
Wow, say no to drugs.
That's just God. I mean, and now it makes sense. Like now, what I was trying to get to the bottom of is how are motherfuckers eating fentanyl lollipops because I thought you just died if you touched it.
Yeah,
now I know.
I am confused. Yeah.
Now I know people can have legitimate fentanyl.
Because I know people, I guess they build a tolerance or whatever, but people have been shooting just fentanyl.
Yeah.
So, that's kind of debunked then.
Riddle me that, Batman. Yeah. Fucking, that is a terrifying drug, but sorry. Again, I derailed this. I'm sorry.
No, dude, I'm done.
Oh, you're
Yeah,
done?
I'm done. That's it. You know, I don't have much. I could go on forever. I mean, the Bechtel thing could go on forever. If people like it, we'll talk about some more, whatever. But
But
it's 120. It's 120 some years maybe of history. So it's like you're not gonna knock that out. They started in 1889.
yeah, I mean, just
You know
to
what I
be
mean?
around for that long,
But they're global now. They did the channel. They did the
channel. I
the
mean,
channel
it's
tunnel
the
in
funniest
between.
shit I've ever heard in my life.
Now I call it that. I don't know if it's actually called that.
It's not actually. If it's not actually called that, trademark it.
No, I remember hearing channel. I think it's from a Mission Impossible movie.
Okay.
But yeah, like they build airports. They put out the fires in Kuwait. They do mega shit. They are mega.
And dude, the money to go over there and fucking like the dudes who do the overseas construction get fucking paid, bro.
They do all of like Alaska infrastructure. They're doing a thing in Manitoba. They're doing like a power dam. They're damming up a river in Manitoba in the middle of fucking nowhere, bro.
Yeah, that's where I get real weirded out.
You know what? We might want to talk about. In 2005, they got a contract. The second Katrina happened.
The second Katrina?
Like the second that Katrina happened, they got the no bid contract to hand out 100,000 houses.
Yeah, I mean, dude, like that shit. That was in what was that Naomi Campbell's book?
Yeah.
Where it was like 14 grand a time. Like I know people.
Naomi Klein.
You know, Naomi Klein. I know people that fucking Naomi Campbell. Why does that sound familiar?
She has an island with a Horus eye on it.
Right. Yeah, I get my people mixed up, but like those dudes get paid so much. Like I know people currently who like do tree work and people who like sub out and like they get paid so much money just to tarp roofs.
Yeah.
Like once you're fucking Bechtel, that's literally just like a feeding frenzy. Like no different than if you have a bunch of fucking politicians and you have like a weird sex party and you can find out like who's who.
Yeah.
If you're fucking Bechtel and you're handing out these no bid contracts to other people, you're seeing who's ready to do the dirt.
Well, they're doing blackmail and they have their own intelligence. That's what that's for.
That's insane that they have this.
They're hand in hand with the CIA.
Yeah, I mean, so they're pretty much the CIA.
Well, if they find something, they're handing it over to Bill Casey, who's getting greased up and can't get his pepper hard.
Dude, don't kink shame the man.
Dude, they team up with companies like the smaller companies that team up with them are like Siemens. You know Siemens, like Siemens,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the electrical whatever the
Yeah,
fuck they are.
yeah.
That's like a way smaller company that Bechtel will be like, okay, we'll do a project with you. That's how big they are. In like the engineering world, for the last 20 years, they've been the top contractor for the last 20 years.
And no one has ever heard a fucking word about them.
No, this is what I'm saying. People probably know about them. We are just dumb. You know what I mean?
but
We're
dude,
just dumb, dude. Like they're not in the media.
We've looked at enough stuff where like it. Like
I've
they
probably
should've
read
popped
it.
up.
I've probably read like Riley Bechtel's name in a book.
Yeah.
And just breeze by it and no context. I'm a visual learner. You hit me with a Netflix thing. I mean, thank you, putting one on the T, Obama. Thank you, bro. But I mean, you're going to go hit me with this. I'm going to go, Bechtel, these guys really fucked up. They thought duct tape could stop radiation. So I'm in. I'm watching that because those are my boys. That's what we would do.
That's what I don't understand. It's like
I'd be like, oh yeah, we'll tape it. We'll get this done.
how are you building nuclear facilities and then like your squad's in there to clean it up and it's like duct tape?
If you read,
Are nukes fake? Is Eddie Bravo right?
bro, don't get me started on that, man.
What?
It was funny because Obama gave a speech where he was like, he gave a speech in Prague where it's like, as the only country that's ever used a nuke, we have a special responsibility. And it just sinks in where you're like, we are the only ones that fucking, and they did bomb the shit out of Japan before. It's like, some of that shit just doesn't make sense, bro.
What?
Sometimes when I start thinking about it, I'm like, oh yeah, I don't know, man.
What do you mean it doesn't make sense? Like,
I'd just be like, maybe they're not
dude,
real.
speak your truth.
I'd be like, maybe they're not real, bro. I don't know. They said that we went down from 30,000 to 4,000.
Nukes?
So they got rid of a ton of nukes.
And that's what I'm saying. How? How do you get rid of nukes?
People have been fluffing their houses on nukes, though. Like the Soviet Union.
Like my nuke count, your nuke count.
Yeah. So who knows how many nukes there actually
I got
are.
a lot of nukes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a weird fucking flex everyone has, and it would be absolutely hilarious if there was a trillion, if not quintillion dollar industry around keeping nukes up and like the huge money go around that is nukes. It would be hilarious if they didn't exist.
Yeah.
Because it's a lot of fucking building infrastructure that would be good for like reptilian elite to live underground. And you're like, no, it's for the nukes. They're the big scary, but don't go in the reactor. You might get something from that. And really, you're just getting sprayed by like fucking chemical gas.
Yeah, dude, they started building, they were doing like There Will Be Blood type shit. Like Bechtel was doing that, right? And then then when World War II happened, they started building ships. And then in those years, they became the military industrial complex that Eisenhower was worrying about. Because they were friends. Bechtel was friends with the Bushes, and Bechtel teamed up with the Bin Laden family. And they took a lot of heat for this.
Really?
Yeah. They are like, I'm going way back. This is pre-Osama bin Laden. They are like the Bin Laden family.
They were like a rich family over there, right?
They're a construction company.
The Bin Ladens were a construction company?
Yeah, dude. I'm
dumb, bro.
The Bin Ladens are like the Bechtels. So they're like the counterpart. Like when the Bechtels went over, there was so much subcontracting work available that it built the Bin Ladens.
Damn.
Yeah.
That is fucked.
This is shit. This is shit you can understand because you do this. So it's like they come over. Bechtel comes over with CIA, American Treasury money.
Yeah.
And they're like, we're gonna build infrastructure here. And then the Bin Ladens chuck the hands up like, we can do it.
Dude.
And then they build like an empire. The Bin Ladens are like an empire.
It's crazy. It's so
Osama bin Laden was so fucking papered because he's like being a Bechtel. Like the Bechtels are loaded.
Yeah.
The Bechtels like married into the Hammers.
They married into the fucking...
They're like, they go back and forth. Dude, these guys are all like...
Where are the Hammer... Do you know where
guys
the
are like
Arm and Hammer's from originally?
Yeah, we don't have to get into early lives. But like, it's all... they all go back and forth.
Yeah.
You know? It's crazy.
Yeah, dude, I mean, it's...
Bechtels are very Aryan, by the way.
Yeah, they're fucking very proud of that, Leonard. The crazy shit is like, just on a small level... A lot of people will be like, dude, fuck government work. And there's a ton of people who get fucking giga paid off it. Like, dudes come up hard as shit off of government work.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's just like there's always that one dude over in fucking Middle East, the Bin Ladens. We're like, fuck it, we'll do it. Yeah. And then it's like, now you took the towers down.
Well, these Bechtel dudes are like the fuck it, we'll do it guys. Whenever it came to it, it's like, you need a road? And it's like, sure, we'll try. Every fucking time. They're like the wildest fucking construction dudes. And they built this empire, but they didn't build it on getting jobs done good.
Yeah.
Almost all their jobs went over budget, over time, by a lot. They do it through these they do it through all these kickbacks.
There's just way too much grease involved in this.
This is the most grease. These guys are the greasiest boys.
But like this isn't just like fucking kickbacks. Like this is like people getting killed so they can get what they want.
Yeah, in the TMI documentary that you watched, remember that Oklahoma lady?
The it began to see Carly something or whatever.
And they had like a whole thing like what happened to her.
What happened to her? Yeah.
Yeah.
It was crazy that like, and even when that dude was gonna fucking whistleblow on it, when he was like, dude, you guys shouldn't be using this fucking crane. It's like they went into his fucking house and started fucking with his shit.
Yeah, they tried to get him on a pot thing, on a weed thing.
That was fucking hilarious. And
that's like their intelligence. That would be intelligence.
I mean, these are just
that's called espionage.
These are low level thugs, bro.
Dude, I feel like in the movie they kind of made them look like that.
Yes, good point.
But they are like top tier operators, global.
Yeah.
By the time TMI came around, they were global and had been in bed with the CIA for as long as the CIA existed. Richard Helms created it.
Yeah, I mean, these people just know, like
these guys go back. These guys go back before World War I, with being a construction company in California.
That's just the most power you could possibly have.
Yeah,
and it's fucking hilarious. Like when you say shit like Disney's fucking extremely powerful, it's like, dude, these people that have been around and they're still relevant for this long, like they are fucking. They have the most
Disney's
power.
Disney's the second biggest media company in the world.
Yeah, I mean. Yeah. Like this Bechtel shit it's terrifying that you can stay around for that long and not fuck up and not fall off, because like
they did have fuck ups, but they squash them all.
That's insane.
That's what I'm saying. They squash all this shit because they're tied in with intelligence and they're tied in with politicians.
Yeah, you're almost playing with house money at that point, because there's so many fucking goats that fucking rise up. They're like what's that? Icarus. Get too close to the fucking sun.
Yep.
Is that the right myth?
Yes.
Okay. They get too close to the sun, they just completely eat shit. The whole family falls apart. Nothing happens.
Yeah.
But like the levels of amazement that these dudes started with a fucking steam shovel and are building like fucking nuclear facilities in Texas is absolutely insane.
In New Mexico.
Is that where that is?
Yeah, the nuclear. You're talking about Los Alamos?
Yes.
Yeah, New Mexico.
I just figured Texas, dude.
Yeah, nah, New Mexico.
Right. The other
And
thing,
in order to do this stuff, you like buy states. Like they bought California. This is like True Detective 2. True Detective Season 2 has a lot of this vibe
yeah,
of these guys. Where they're like, there's a wild like water diversion plan, all this stuff. And that's kind of how, like when they're making True Detective Season 2, and it's kind of like a modern day thing, but it's also like goes back to the construction of California.
yeah,
Remember all that?
yes.
That's the Bechtels.
Okay,
That's
this is
fucking
crazy.
wild. Yeah, that's what I'm
Like,
saying.
Yeah, the whole way they're tied in with like JFK, like they're literally at every single fucking huge.
They're in every war zone.
Literally.
Yeah.
In everything that happens, they're right there, and like
They're
that,
like the U.S. Like they're very tied in with the army. You know what I mean?
that's what I'm.
They're like more powerful, like in a way, like
That's what I'm. That's where I get real confused because it's like
because they can like tell the government what to do. Like if the two guys on your board are
they're jumping back and forth between public and private.
So
like,
if you grab dudes and the one guy's the Department of Defense, one guy's State Department.
yeah,
I mean, not only do those guys come in with all the history, all the networking, everything that's going on.
yeah.
Now you say, okay, well, can we create something where we get some work?
And
That's
you
why.
have the U.S. Army backing you, like give them the work.
And they're paying these dudes like twice the amount on paper. They're paying these dudes twice the amount of money they were making.
Yeah,
Who knows what the fuck these guys make on cash deals? Who knows what goes
infinity,
back?
bro.
Who knows what goes back and forth that you don't even know about? And the perks.
Like when they were coming up, they just chilled at ships. Like they didn't go past ships, or were like they building weapons and shit like Lockheed Martin.
Yeah, they did. I don't think they got into weapons, but they started doing like they're the military industrial complex. Like they're the construction team. So like you can sit there and go like
Yes.
Lockheed Martin, Boeing, like they team up with Boeing because Boeing is like, you know, they're engineering helicopters and all that stuff, but someone has to build all the shit for them.
Yeah.
That's Bechtel.
And then the same shit where like fucking Joe Biden's brother goes over to the Middle East to build houses.
Like, if you're Boeing or if you're who the fuck makes the airplanes? I can't remember.
Boeing.
Like Raytheon and all them.
Yeah, yeah.
Like all those guys or whatever. These guys build the aircraft carriers.
Yeah, I mean,
you know what I mean? It's
this
like what
is
are you gonna put your shit on? These guys.
Yeah, I mean, I guess like at some point it just makes sense that they are the fucking CIA or the military because like you just need them. Like if you're over in the Middle East building shit, like you just need them. The shit that trips me out is
well, they started.
They
with
do it on like what they don't need money. Like why are they blowing places to smithereens so they can build a road?
Yeah, well, when that dude got that steam shovel, he was like, "I'm gonna build pipelines," and they never stopped building pipelines. They still build pipelines. They're building one in Syria. They're doing They're doing the Keystone pipeline. So like, that's something that they don't stop. Like that's a big moneymaker for them. That's like the easiest thing to do.
Yeah, that's
like digging tunnels is like easy for them.
Dude, and we've talked about how hard digging tunnels is.
I know,
obviously.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, but if your first tool is a steam shovel,
you're
mega. You know what I mean? You're mega. At this point, 100 years later, you're mega. You're building the tunnel.
Dude, like you're just fucking wrapped up into too much weird shit. If you're all over, it sucks because you want to fucking really like you're pumped on the shit these guys are doing.
Yeah.
And it's like this is the most sick construction in the world, and it's like, why are you at Bohemian Grove? Like, why can't you be like every other construction lord and like be into muscle cars and shit? Why do you have to be into like weird occult fucking parties that happen in July and just fuel my fucking weird fire even more? Like, there's no why. All I want is like, I feel like if I was the owner of Bechtel or I was up there, I wouldn't want to go to these parties, dude. I'd like to have a shore house and just be normal.
Yeah,
like,
well,
why do you want to get into fucking Theranos? Why do you feel the need to have a Terramar project with Ghislaine Maxwell? It doesn't make sense.
I don't think they did Terramar, but
they didn't do Terramar. But I'm saying, like, why are they doing this shit?
Like I said, the only thing that scares me about these dudes is that the pivot after the tech boom, when they're like, we're gonna do data collection and telecommunications, because they said the dude Riley, I think it was Riley or the new guy Brendan, it might have been the guy Riley. he said, we're always going to be a construction company. Don't worry about that. And then immediately flipped and was like, just became a conglomerate. So now they do everything.
Yeah, that's what I don't like, because like we were talking about it a few months ago, where it's like you seen that shit that happened in like the Middle East and stuff, and people freaked out when they fucking all like left the Middle East. Like, you can't do that shit anymore. Like, the world's too interconnected that like you just need a fucking scary invisible thing, and the only thing you can do is data mine and fucking make weird rules and give out fucking weird, like, who knows, like the distribution of fucking all these vaccines, like all this stuff, they could have easily just pivoted over to that.
Yeah, like when they find they got into mining later on. So like,
when you're talking mining, what kind did they say?
Copper mines.
Fuck.
When they got into when they got into Chile.
Not in Bisbee though, right?
Huh?
Not in Bisbee.
I don't know, man.
Okay.
And then when they got into Chile, they like were part of the overthrow of Allende, who was kind of a pussy anyway. But anyway, like,
why is he a pussy?
He's just some weird fucking dude.
Right.
And what do you call it? They have the pretty much own Chile if they do that. Like, if you own the copper mine, that's like their main thing.
Yeah.
So I don't know, I'm getting tired, but you get what I'm saying? Where it's like, you take these countries that aren't like economic powerhouses, they don't have too many resources, and then it's like, well, we control it, and guess what? We're in the CIA.
Well, that's
then when the leaders, when the guys try to nationalize it, like, dude, they were boys with Gaddafi. They did not want Gaddafi to go down. They were in Libya, like they
shove a stick up his ass.
Yeah, they were like boys with him,
dude. Like,
and these guys are like heavy Republicans.
The shit sounded fucking crazy. Like, now they
teamed up with the Clintons hard.
Really?
Yep.
What do they do with the Clintons?
Well, Bill Clinton was just like, oh shit, Bechtel's powerful. I'll be friends with him.
Damn.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, this shit is weird. When like a few months back, when you heard that like certain like Pfizer and biotech and stuff, like, dude, we want your military bases. And now it makes a lot more sense.
That's what I'm saying. There
if you turn around and say, oh, fuck, Bechtel's with these guys, and they want military bases for their shit.
Yes.
Whatever the fuck. Like, because it makes no sense.
Because at the same time that they're doing that, they're building the NASA mobile launcher. Like, that's one of their projects.
To go to space, if you believe in that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this just seems like the only thing that doesn't make sense to me is, why do they need the cash?
What do you mean?
Like,
yeah,
why
they gotta make money. Like, all these people, they have like mega amounts of employees.
Yeah, but like, you're gonna rubbleize the Middle East for this?
Dude, I'm telling you, man. Like, if you go on YouTube, there's a ton of people like talking about how to do good in your interview at Bechtel.
So yeah, I mean, they're
like,
a huge
they're a
fucking
huge
deal.
company. Yeah.
You probably get crazy fucking benefits for that shit too.
I mean, yeah, dude, they're a big company. They're like the top company. That's what I'm trying to say. Is like, these guys are like more powerful than most nations. They're the sovereign nation. Whether in that Netflix thing when they said 51st state, it's like, dude, you mean state like country? Like, they're like a country.
They're from the way these
maybe
guys
not financially, but because of the power that they have with the intelligence and the moves
Easily,
that they
bro.
can make. Like, if these guys are part of the guys that walk over with the State Department and tell Ukraine, like, maybe you should think about joining NATO, like, that's a hard conversation, dude. That's not that's an offer that the Ukraine can't refuse at that moment.
Yeah. And it's you're not having like excavator operators like talk to the Ukraine about joining fucking NATO.
Nah, dude.
Yeah, I mean, hey, all I can do is fucking cross my fingers and pray. I have been, obviously, a Duramax has been blessed to me. You know this?
Yeah, sure, yeah.
I'm in talks with someone right now of possibly converting it to a vegetable oil truck.
Oh my God. Yeah, I mean, I've heard about dudes doing this.
The dude doesn't. He says it's.
You just got to be that guy. You got to make a deal with the fucking place.
Yes.
And you can't miss the pickup. That's the main thing.
But
if you make a deal with a restaurant, you can't miss that pickup, dude. They get pissed.
Well, that's like, I'm sitting there, I'm just eating clean for the fucking first week or first 2 weeks of my entire life. And then I roll up on my fucking dad's neighbor, and he's telling me about all this shit. And he's like, there's just like, they don't specify the mix you need. And he's like, dude, your engine runs quieter. And like, I'm sitting there like, oh, dude,
that's smelling like French fries.
It's sick. That's a biodegradable thing. And then I'm like, oh, fuck. The shit I've been eating can fuel diesel trucks.
Yeah, man.
I'm literally getting fucked. I don't know how this shit is fucking legal.
Yeah.
Like, people are just lobbying like, yeah, this rules.
Nah, I mean, big corn is a thing.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, dude, it's industrialization of the farms.
Yeah, I'm not for any of this shit. And then you got people like fucking Bill Gates and them buying all this shit up.
You gotta understand, man. It takes a lot to feed people.
Yes.
You live in the lap of luxury, where you can choose to eat like this. But they make all that corn oil and stuff for the other billion people that are out there just waiting to get a fry.
I hear
You know what I mean? Like they did this thing with corn like way back in the day where they genetically modified it. Everyone thought the whole world was going to starve in the 70s. And some dude came up with an invention where he genetically modified corn, and now we're not all starving because of it.
Damn.
Yeah.
All right, can't talk that much shit then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they just started using it for everything. They use corn is in tons of fucking shit.
Oh yeah, it's in fucking everything. I remember watching a documentary about it, but the fucking it's very weird because they're inching closer and closer on the news to all this famine shit. Like when my sister hit me up, I was like, "Oh, I need to get baby formula. And it's only in Philly. There's legit shortages of fucking baby formula right now."
Yeah, man. Yesterday's news today. Ice Age Farmer shout out. Soros playing this.